now till the end of the season, but how big a game do you see this as being against Hamilton, given the fact you're on the same points and a win could really almost secure?
Yeah, a win would be huge. I've read Martin's comments saying it's biggest game of their season. They know if they win, then it's going to be 3 teams going into the last couple of games, and we put them in a very good position. Well, we're the exact same. We are in the same belief. We'll know what's expected on Saturday because the 2 other sides play each other on Friday night, County and Thistle, so we'll take that game in. So it's nice to know what we've got to do. Sometimes it can have a negative effect due to nerves or whatever, an expectation from the fans. But I'm hoping that has a real positive effect on us, because you want it in your own hands. And when something's in your own hands, then really, if it doesn't happen, you've only got yourself to blame, because you're not relying on anybody else. The only team that can stop us doing what we want just now is Hamilton on Saturday. We got a great win against them in the last game we played. We went right to the end to have to get that, but that showed a real quality in our game and a determination to grab that. I think that quality's been there in the last couple of games. If you look in the recent past game against St Johnstone, going right to the end when we could have been on our knees, really conceding a late goal, but we didn't. We went and got 3 points. Against Motherwell, we tried everything. We really pushed and pushed. We played some great football, particularly in the last 20 minutes of the game, really stretched Motherwell. They tried to change, to combat our shape. We slightly changed ours and really dominated. But again, those chances eluded us to getting something from the game, but the spirit was there, and that's pleasing as a manager, because sometimes it can be hard to take when you're not taking chances, but we kept going, and we're going to need those qualities again come Saturday.
You mentioned that the other 2 teams play on Friday night, of course. So what result out of that game do you think would be most favourable for Dundee?
Well, listen, I think you're looking at the 2 teams who are below us, and if I'm honest, if you ask me, a draw really clearly is a good result for us. But it's irrelevant if we win our game. And it goes back to the same answer. It's irrelevant what happens in the game the night before. We could be in a more comfortable position going into the game, knowing that if we win, then it puts us clearer. But all we need to do is take care of our own business. And the game, obviously, on Friday night will give us an idea of maybe what is clear and what's required. But I'm not prepared to answer and say what I want. Clearly, the draw would be more beneficial, because the 2 teams then are not gaining 3 points. That's stating the obvious, but it's about us really getting into the Hamilton game and winning that much.
How do you assess where you are at this point in the season? Obviously, you're in a favourable position in terms of the relegation, but you would have obviously hoped to be a bit higher up. But you have had your ups and downs. But would you say you're in a more favourable position than you maybe thought you might have been at one point?
I wouldn't say that I thought I would have been at one point. I'm disappointed in our position. That goes without saying, because I wanted to be much better off. Our football this season at times has allowed us to be in a much stronger position, but we've not taken the chances that have come our way to allow that to happen. But we've put a lot of hard work in this year and to try and put something in place right through from, as I said, the younger boys through into the 20s, into the first team level. And of course we're the face of the club. So we want to be in a better position. We're not in a strong one where we're still looking over our shoulder. But if we win our next couple of matches, then clearly we can really start to gear and putting things in place to be have a stronger season next season. But we've still got work to do and able to do that. But we're positive in how a lot of things have gone this season. And if we had taken all those chances we've created, I mean, probably our front 4 players probably all had chances on Saturday, and we've not taken any of them. It was Big Jency getting on the end of a set piece from Cox that got us our goal. Now we can't constantly rely on that. We must have our forward players scoring, so the responsibility falls on those shoulders. But we'll keep going until we are clear, and then we'll address those issues next season. But we've got work to do this one.
You mentioned that it's down to yourself over the next 3 games what happens. Is that one of the benefits of where the split is? Because it is all the teams at around you that you're playing, rather than having teams at different ends of the league.
Yeah, well, listen, getting into the split, you know you're facing the sides around you who are all in that position because, to some respect, they've failed to capitalise on certain situations throughout the season. So, yeah, I think there's a thing that you're not playing against the sides that people wouldn't give you chances against. You know, you're talking about the top sides. I think, oh, right, we wouldn't do that. But if we're going into those 3 games, you're talking about Hearts, Celtic and Rangers, probably a lot of people would have said, you'll come out with nothing. Now, we come out with 2 draws in those games as well. So the teams that we're going to be facing are all in our same position where nerves will play a part, expectation I spoke about, but we know they're not too far apart in terms of quality, and that's where we find ourselves. We're all pretty tightly knit, and there's a reason for that. Clearly there's reasons for that, but going into this split provides a lot of excitement for the outside eyes, but it wouldn't be enjoyable if you asked any manager of the teams. It's not enjoyable being in this position. You want to be comfortable, you want to be clear of trouble, you want to be building already towards next season, but we are where we are, and it's going to take the team to really concentrate on their jobs, and when those chances come about, take them. And if we do that, then, as I said, the most important thing is it's in our hands to go and secure our safety, and hopefully that's what we'll be doing on Saturday.
And a victory against Hamilton in 3 points can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, well, mathematically, arithmetically, it won't pretty much set it in stone, but it would make it very difficult should results go the way that they can. It would make it very difficult for the sides to catch you. But again, if we win 3 games, don't need to worry about anything, do we?
Team news?
Team news, we've got a couple of concerns from the weekend, Jency being one of them. We've had to be really respectful to the medical team in terms of how much training he puts in. Did a lot of work today, didn't train with the group, but did work today, so haven't at this minute in time had a feedback on how he's feeling. So he's a doubt. Meeks has come in and trained today, Deeks has come in and trained full today, didn't make it last weekend. Again, we're just hopeful that there's no reaction, so similar. Musa went off injured, didn't train with us today, so he's clearly a doubt for the weekend. But boys will be given every opportunity, but you know, we've got our concerns.
That injury to Kasunga, was there a bit of a concern that it might be out quite a bit longer than?
Well, initially yes, but you know, we learned very quickly that evening that all the scan results, ECGs, different tests were positive in our favour, and that didn't seem to be any serious worries or concerns over his long term. So really it was just about getting him back, and you have to do protocols that he has to clear before he's stated fit for Saturday.
I was going to say, because there is quite a big focus around head injuries now. You have got
there is. Listen, we would never ever take a player's safety into at risk over our situation that he might be one of our top defenders, but nah, the player comes first, absolutely.